Hi, I am here doing a stream unexpectedly. What do I want to get? I want to get some. Oops. As you can see, this was a last-minute decision to go live. Cushion. My phone is charging. Okay, so my phone is charging, ready for Skype. Yeah. Okay. Put my socks on. So, yes, it's a what I call a spontaneous stream. Socks. Just share the link on Facebooky. Now I can't sign out of Facebook. Hang on a minute. It does this sometimes. I have to wait a while or just leave myself signed in for ages before I can sign out. Okay, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Okay. Okay. Oh, good. So this is how grey my hair actually is. I've just washed my hair. And normally I use like a hair mascara, black mascara, but I've just washed my hair, so I don't want to put mascara on. And yeah, I have lots of grey hair. I am aging. This body is aging. So, welcome to the stream. I do these. Oh God, I do these streams normally the second Sunday of the month and the last Sunday of the month. The second one is a private offline one. And I do them when I can on Thursday evening at 8:30 p.m. and that's online and available to join. And then I do, like today, spontaneous streams on some other Sundays as well. And, you know, I just do whatever. It just kind of felt like there wanted to be expression this morning. So I just thought, let me do a stream. So here we are. How beautiful. So I'll introduce the subject of today's talk, and then I'll open it for questions through Skype. So feel free to friend me on Skype now and then send questions. And it might be a shorter stream than normal because I want to go and do my hair and do some things online. So we'll see what questions come. My book is nearly finished. It's finished, but it's been looked through by my editor. So it's nearly completed and it should be available within the next, 6 to 8 weeks. And I've really enjoyed. It's been really lovely working on it with someone, and it's been really enjoyable to do that. And the cover is amazing, and I'm really happy with it. Really happy with it. So I've called this stream The Misunderstanding of Non Duality. And in calling it in calling it that, it gives the impression that I know what the true non-duality, but that's not what I mean either. I don't have some big claim on what non-duality is and what it isn't. I'm just saying what it feels like here. So just to put that out there for the record. I never want to claim to be any top dog on the subject or any expert on the subject. I just want to express the truth from here, the truth that this wants to express. So I humbly put that out. Maybe that's unappealing for some humans who are looking for somebody higher than them to direct them, somebody higher to parent them and to be in charge and to take over. I speak about this because what I speak about actually in these streams is like what's happened here. So I speak about what happened during let's say my awakening, or what happened so if there's a resonance with that and a relating to that, then that's great. I don't speak about it as in like there's an official book somewhere that someone has, and I'm trying to speak from that book that somebody else has. I'm trying to speak from what's happened here in my experience. Obviously, I've heard other speakers, and it is really helpful to hear other speakers speak about this from their experience and their perspective. But I try to express it through my own seeing, or my own way of communicating. So I definitely, in saying that, I definitely misunderstood non-duality. I think most people that are in this community will, if they can, be honest and say they misunderstood non-duality when they first heard it, when they secondly heard it, when they thirdly heard it. So what I talk about is what is termed non-duality, or Advaita Vedanta. I think I haven't even gone into that officially to say it's that, so I shouldn't really probably say that, but that's what some of the terms that are used to describe this subject. There are others as well, but non-duality was the term that I heard of and was really drawn to, and really, oh my God, look what I found, it's amazing. So that's kind of what I heard, non-duality, and just fell in love with it. I just loved it. I think it was, I was looking for freedom, looking for the end to my suffering. What I would term trying to get home. And this is after years of reading about other things, so healing and all these kinds of self-help, spiritual things, meditation, all these things, Reiki, chakras, auras, angels, even all these different things, different realms and all this stuff. And it was really exciting and wonderful. I really enjoyed that period. But it got to a point where it became heavy, and it was like, well, when when does this end? When do I arrive? When do I get to the point of being done and finished, so I can now rest and be completely with God and whole and complete, and free of the suffering that I felt being human, this intense suffering in it. Yeah. So it became really heavy and really just frustrating, as there was the seeking, trying to arrive at freedom, at peace. And then this message of being here is where the answer is, here is where freedom is, what you long for is here, was heard. And it was like, yes, yes, yes. That was the end. It was offering the end. I think that's what people find attractive to this message. It's talking about the end of that seeking to try to find home. So you hear about this being it. It's like, oh my God, I can finally, oh my God, it's the end of that uncomfortableness, the end of that striving. It's here. And it is beautiful. It really is beautiful. Pointing to reality, to what is, that this is home. This is free of anyone. It's just life happening, life appearing. This is it. So it's beautiful. But what can happen is that one who was seeking to find home can then use this message of this is it, this is home, to try to deal with their suffering. So trying to deal with their struggles or their difficulties, their traumas, their uncomfortability, trying to hide in this message of, oh, there's no one here, this is it. It gives that refuge. But all of that stuff, all of that suffering, all of that trauma, all of that uncomfortability, all of those problems don't just disappear. I'm sure they can do. Maybe there's somebody who says that it does just disappear, but that isn't the experience here, that those things don't just disappear. So there can be a living with this message, like in the head, and knowing, and maybe there's been glimpses and the feeling of it as well, a collapsing of some of the story, but it can be just held in the head, in the understanding, in the intellect. And it's kind of, I remember, it's kind of a negative word in non-duality circles, the word integration, or the word, what's the other word, integration, and the embodiment, embodying this can be like, oh no, who can embody it? And it's kind of negative, it's kind of non-dual kind of ideas are used to like poo-poo those things, the embodiment of this message. So it isn't just staying as an idea, as a belief you carry around and try to use to avoid the uncomfortability from being separate, from 20, 30 years of being separate, of being even just being human. So separate or not, even the human experience, there's lots of things that happen that affect the human. So we believe non-duality can like eradicate all that, and if we can just be like a non-dual person, and then avoid dealing with life, avoid dealing with the conditioning, avoid dealing with everything. So we want to push everything out, push the pain away, and just be non-dual, just be in the idea of non-duality, the idea of there's no one here, the idea of this is it. And this really isn't about concepts or ideas or beliefs. This isn't about you or the brain taking that on as a way to experience this, as a way to interact, or as a way to live through non-duality, non-dual ideas. That isn't what non-duality is at all. That's what I thought it was. That's what I thought it was. And that's why I loved it so much. It was a way to escape. But it doesn't let you escape anything. And that is love. This can't be escaped from because there isn't anybody. And so life, the fullness of life, the fullness of that human is non-duality. Non-duality is beautiful, but it's not what you think it is. It's never what you think it is. It's the most beautifulest subject ever. It's the most beautifulest pointing ever. And it is a pointing. It's a describing of something. Something so intimate. And something so all-encompassing. The intimacy of this is beyond any intimacy you can attain with an object or a person. This intimacy is who you are. The intimacy of what this is. Okay, so oh, my phone's open. Oh yeah, my phone is charging over there. Hang on, should be charged enough. Hi, Rebecca. Hi. Yes, as you say, it seems like an integration, no escape from anything. So much has been stripped away. Every morning, a pure energy seems particularly strong, alternating between being and being like heaven and hell. Can you say something, anything about this, please? Yeah. It is like being and being, this changing over. It does feel like being and being. Like it feels like 1 minute there's just what is, there's just what's happening. This total completion, this everything. Which is empty and full. And then there can be this heavy story of who you are, where you've come from, where you're heading to, what you are. And there's this toing and froing of that being there, strongly held, and then that not being there. And when that is there, that meaning is there, when it's really strong, it feels like you're in prison and you're trying to get out of prison. Like you're limited, you're a thing, and you're trying to get out. But you see, that prison isn't the reality. That prison is appearing as if it's a prison. That isn't the experience. It may feel like you are experiencing, you are that character in prison. But that isn't who you are. There's like a feeling of there being freedom beyond the prison. There's a knowing or a resonance of this freedom beyond that prison, beyond that idea, beyond that contraction. And it's true, there is a freedom. But when that sense of being in prison is strong, it feels like you are a point, a center point, and then you're trying to reach that freedom. You're trying to reach that freedom when that freedom already is. That sense of you in prison is appearing in freedom. So it isn't about that sense of someone trying to get to freedom. It's the dissolving of that prison, dissolving of that being reality. Because the whole time there is just freedom. So there's obviously something in that prison that is appealing. This isn't being spoken to you, that prison. This isn't personal. What I mean is, it's not an instruction for that prisoner or prison, it's the same thing, to try to stop being interested in the prison. It's not like you can do that, there's someone to do that, but still there is a description saying there's something interested in that prison, in that story of who you are. There's something identified with that. This really isn't personal. It's just something that happens. Only the prisoner thinks it's personal, that it's being spoken to as a personal entity. So it's just what happens. That's this meaning and being. Thank you, Kat. Well, I'll let you reply before I move on to the next. Yes, the identification or appeal seems to be of an old life. Of an old life and use an old life I used to have. Maybe I used to have and can't have anymore. Yeah, it's the loss of everything. It's the loss of everything. It's the loss of that dream of you and everything you thought made you up. It's the loss of that. But this is freedom. This is what you are, what is happening. You aren't someone, a story in time. You aren't a description. That was never true. That was never who you were, that story moving through time, that description moving through time. That was never the true reality. That was an appearance appearing. Like an outfit you put on, and it was put on so often. The same outfit put on so often that it felt like it was true. It was who you were. You were that outfit. You just stopped even taking it off. You just kept it on. But it was never true. This is like putting the outfit in the fire, burning the outfit. What you are is freedom. It can feel like it's too big, like you're being naked. Oh, it takes a bit of like, yeah. Like it's a gradual, it seems to be a gradual thing of, yeah, being and being. Nikon. Nikon. Hi, I am listening to the stream. I have checked a few over the last months if I catch them. I'm not even sure about the subject you're talking about that much, but it's kind of relaxing, lol. I don't have any questions or anything. Just carry on. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. It said don't read it out. I already have, sorry. Yeah. I'll accept you. Yeah. Well, hi anyway. Yeah. Probably best to say that before you write the rest of it. Say, don't read this out, then put down what you want to say. I must read The Emperor's New Clothes. Isn't that about being naked or something? But he didn't know or something. I don't know. Something like that. Spot on. There's an outfit or persona that won't seem to burn. Yeah, it is burning. It is burning. I wouldn't believe the ideas about this, the mind's interpretation of what's happening. Okay, so I'm going to head off. Thanks for joining. Like if you like to support the channel. If not, then don't. But like if you can. I shall see you soon. Have a great week. Lots of love. Bye.